Hey there, Columbus. It is C-Bus Nathan. We are up in Lewis Center, about 20 miles north of downtown Columbus, checking out Evans Farm Community. It is based around new urbanism. We're gonna go in and talk to Grace Groene with 3 Pillar Homes. She's gonna talk about the community and give us a little bit more insight on what makes this so special. So Grace, thank you so much for taking some time to meet with us and talk a little bit about Evans Farm and 3 Pillar Homes, one of my favorite home builders in Central Ohio. So would you take a second, just introduce yourself, let everybody know what you do, and yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I'm Grace Groene. I am a new home sales consultant with 3 Pillar Homes, as Nathan mentioned. We are a custom home builder here in Central Ohio, locally owned. We're just in the Columbus market. It's our 26th year in business this year.
Yeah.
And we primarily build kind of in that Dublin to New Albany, north of 270 sphere, but we do offer build on your own lot as well. So we're happy to come to your own lot too, but as Nathan mentioned, we're gonna kind of focus on the Evans Farm community today. That's where I am based out of. This is kind of my bread and butter in terms of where you'll find me. And I've been based in our Evans Farm community for really like the past 4 years. So
yeah, and that's why I wanted to make sure that the viewers got a chance to chat with you and we could talk about Evans Farm, because you just know so much about this community and what makes it so special. So with that being said, why is Evans Farm different than other new build communities in the Central Ohio area?
Absolutely. Well, I could go on and on for forever, to be honest with you. Evans Farm is so special. It's the only new urbanism community of its kind really in Ohio. There's very few throughout the United States. The founder of this urban planning concept is the gentleman who started Seaside, Florida back in the 70s. So I always like to reference like the Truman Show, if you've ever seen that movie. But really the emphasis of it is live, work, play. So I like to say Evans Farm, we're really building a city in of itself. Eventually we will actually have our own zip code here, so we can plug in the address, so we'll say Evans Farm, Ohio. But it's what we call a new urbanism master plan community. So emphasis of, again, live, work, play. So we have downtown areas, businesses in here that many of which are actually owned by residents that live in the community. We do have really something for everyone. So there are rentals in the community, there's single family home options. We just launched a section in our new phase that is maintenance provided, and we also have townhomes for sale coming soon as well. So always doing something new in here, but really something for everyone, I like to say.
I can't wait to see those townhomes.
I know.
Yeah, that would be really nice. It is great that no matter what stage of life you're in, there is a product here for you with that ability to rent, townhomes, ranch style homes. You know, there are so many different options here, which makes it so special. And just driving through the community, you get a sense that this is not like any other new build community with the various elevations on the home. Every home looks different. Can you talk about that and why this community looks like that?
Yes, so in terms of Evans Farm, really the biggest compliment that I always get with clients coming through is that it doesn't feel cookie cutter. Every home looks different. Every home is customized by the client, the resident that built it, or by the builder, if it's an inventory or a spec home, as we call it. So in many instances, we actually build the same floor plan side by side, and you would have no idea because the exterior looks totally different. So I think that's something special coming into the community, regardless if you're building with 3 Pillar or another custom builder in here. Everybody has the opportunity to not only customize their floor plan, which not all builders offer, but also the ability to customize the exterior of the home, and then of course all of the beautiful finishes in the home too.
Yeah, I think that is something that makes this community so unique, and it just feels luxurious and individualistic. It's just such a cool vibe because you can make your home fit your personality. Obviously, making sure that it fits the community standards and everything. Yeah, we're not gonna get too crazy, but so could we talk a little bit about the various maybe events and things that bring this community together to really feel like it is one cohesive community?
Absolutely. So in terms of Evans Farm, we do have our first downtown downtown area, which I think a lot of people compare to downtown Dublin, Bridge Park. The acreage that we have just in that first downtown area is actually larger than Bridge Park.
Wow.
So we just have a few of the buildings built now. We tend to build about 2 every year. So we have a couple more that are starting this year as well. But it helps to kind of give that visualization of scale. And then beyond that, we have a social committee for the residents. So the residents do have different committees. There's a social committee that plans resident events for clients that live here. And then beyond that, development and us builders, we plan events as well. So just back in March for St. Patty's Day, the residents did a pub crawl to the different bars. There's a speakeasy down there, there's a brewery, there's a social club. Beyond that, there's DJ nights every week. We have a farmer's market starting this summer, which is super exciting. You'll see a lot of birthday parties when the weather's nicer, with clients doing those at the parks. So there's always a lot of social events going on. We have pickleball courts up front, and we're actually getting ready to break ground on a stage in front of the brewery too. So live music, movie nights.
Amazing.
So really, I think what draws people to Evans Farm is not only the walkability, the bikeability, but also the social atmosphere of having those resident events and having the ability to connect with other residents. When you walk down and grab a coffee, or you're grabbing a beer at the brewery or a pizza at Sexton's, you're running into people that you know, which I think is something that gives you that community and kind of cultural vibe that Evans Farm was after when we designed this concept. So
yeah, another thing that I love so much about the location of this as well is that you're so close to Alum Creek. So if you are somebody who loves to be on the water, boat, fish, that is literally like less than 5 minutes.
Yes.
You could bike there if you wanted to,
Absolutely.
which is really great. So you have that ability. And I think that is what kind of makes this community unique, because it does feel very much like a downtown vibe. Like you have that urban landscape almost, but you are more in the suburban area of Columbus in central Ohio. Do you see a lot of people moving from a more urban environment out to Evans Farm to have that feeling, or what are you seeing?
We do, yeah. I would say in terms of all the communities that Three Pillar builds in, we get the most influx of downtown kind of living clients that don't want to quite give up that convenience
yes.
of the walkability and having conveniences like restaurants, businesses close by. But we also get a lot of out-of-state clients that are drawn towards Evans Farm. And I think, again, that points to the connectedness of being able to connect with residents as well. So I'd say what brings people here, we're in one of the top school districts here in Columbus. We're just north of kind of the downtown Columbus area, so we're really right in between like Dublin, New Albany. We're just north of the Polaris area, so it's very easy access. If you're going over to Dublin, you work in Dublin. If you work over in New Albany, and then as Nathan mentioned, we are very close by to a lot of state parks. My dogs personally love the dog beach at Alum Creek.
Oh my gosh, amazing.
So I find myself over here all the time, even when I'm not technically in the office, and I get the question all the time of, do you live here? And I wish I did. I think sometime in the future I will.
Yes.
But I feel like I do sometimes.
So, okay, you want to live here.
Yeah.
What does, I know a lot of people get scared and intimidated by building, first and foremost, but building custom, it feels like it can be this daunting thing.
Yeah.
What would you say to those viewers that might be watching and not sure if they should build or just buy a pre-existing home?
Yeah, so I feel like there's sometimes I'll give references of 2 types of clients. One client that may be walking in the door, they may have built with a production builder in the past, or maybe they've bought resale, and now they see this as their opportunity where they know what works for them in terms of the floor plan. They know what they would want to change, and they see this as their opportunity that they can fully customize. They have maybe been working on a Pinterest board for the last few years, and they've got tons of designs that they want to incorporate. So that's always really fun. But I would say on the opposite spectrum, sometimes you have clients that come in that feel overwhelmed. They're like, there's too many options. I don't feel like I have good interior design taste, so I don't really want to be able to select all the things. And that's really where our team of experts, we're going to help to refine that in for you. So we do have a director of architecture and design, and he's in-house with 3 pillars, so you don't have to go outside and hire your own architect. He designs all of our floor plans, and I'm always proud to boast that he actually personally lives here with his family in Evans Farm, so I'm a little bit spoiled in that sense. And then we do have an in-house design team as well. So we have a lead designer, a selections coordinator. Their design studio is actually here in the Evans Farm community too. So I feel a little bit spoiled in terms of just having like my team. I can go knock on their door and ask them questions. But really, we're here to guide you. So you can give us your feedback of your wants and wishes. You can give us ideas in terms of a Pinterest board or inspiration photos or your color scheme. And then we can guide you as far as what we're seeing clients do, what's popular. I think especially, having a realtor involved like Nathan, the guidance that you can offer in terms of resale value when designing floor plans, when picking out finishes too, is unmatched. So we can always offer that insight, and you don't have to have all the options. We can help you to hone it in and say, hey, between these 3 options, here's what we recommend. This is something that's going to be included. This is something that might be a slight upgrade, or if you want to build the Taj Mahal, here's some options for that. So we try to really hone in that process for clients.
Yeah, I love that about you guys too, because you give so many different options, but if you are somebody who gets overwhelmed by options, you can make it very concise and clear, and then leaning on your realtor partner with the builder, it makes the process just so easy and seamless. So if somebody is looking to build in here, what do the lot sizes look like? How big of a home could they build? What if they don't want a big home? What does that look like?
So what I always recommend in Evans Farm, and every community is a little bit different, but Evans Farm, there's so much variability. So we do start at just over 1/10 of an acre lots, which are going to be your more urban style lots. So the style of homes that you would see in a downtown environment, that their garage is loaded through a private alleyway. The emphasis of the home is really the exterior of the home and the front porch and the landscaping. And then my largest lot in here is actually a full-size acre. So a lot of times when people think of Evans Farm, they think of our urban style lots, just because that is the unique feature of this community, being in the suburbs, having that urban style. But I think a lot of people miss out on the sense that we also have larger lot opportunities as well. So we really do have options for first-time home buyers, as we mentioned. We have smaller urban style lots that will be better priced. Those are typically smaller homes in terms of square feet, which means better priced as well. We have options for move-up buyers. So if you're expanding your family, if you need more room, if you just want a larger lot with a super cool pool, we have options for that too. And then we do have maintenance provided empty nester product in here. And then again, in the future, we'll have townhomes for sale, which is a great option for investment, but also for first-time home buyers or for snowbirds that maybe they're here part of the year and they don't want that commitment of having a larger home that they have to maintain and take care of. So.
Exactly, and that's so many different options for any stage of life. We talked about that before. So if there is somebody who is interested in building and they want some more information, where do they start? How does that process look?
Absolutely. So definitely, if you're working with a realtor, if you're working with Nathan, reach out to them first. They'll likely already be connected with me or be connected with 3 Pillar. They can tell you a little bit about what communities we offer, insight into our quality of construction, our process. Beyond that, our Evans Farm model that we're here in, it is open 7 days a week. And a lot of our homes in here, beyond the model, we do offer what's called Enter Now. So you can actually go to a home, there's a little QR code on the front door that you can scan to gain access 7 days a week. So it does allow you to tour at your convenience, which is something that's super nice. I think sometimes people maybe feel a little bit too pressured if they're like, I have to go meet with a sales rep first.
Yes.
You don't always have to do that, but just know that our doors are always open. Our phones are always on. You can stop by, you can call us, you can reach out, but generally just starting the conversation so we can gather some insight into what you're looking for, and then we can best guide you as far as what we would recommend within the Evans Farm community is the perfect starting point.
Yeah, and if there's somebody out there right now that's watching and they maybe just got a new job in Columbus, or they need to relocate quickly or move quickly, there are inventory options out there as well. I mean, they are getting grabbed up quickly, as we just talked about. Yeah, we are in the middle of the spring market, but there are those options where there are quicker move-in homes out there, and something that you offer that is phenomenal that not a lot of other custom builders out there offer is this interest rate promo that you have. So you want to chat about that real quick?
Yes. So overall in Evans Farm, I tend to have around 10 to 15 inventory homes. These are homes that I'm custom designing with our in-house architect, and I'm picking out all the finishes with our design team. So they are still very custom, but it just allows you to get a quicker move-in date.
They're beautiful.
Yes,
they're beautiful.
Yes. Yes, don't hate on my design.
Yeah, no, right? Exactly.
No, I promise. Feedback is always welcome in that sense too. So what I generally do is when I have inventory homes, I'm getting feedback as that home is built, as we're marketing it, and then sometimes I'm making tweaks to that same floor plan moving forward. So it is truly still a custom process. But our interest rate buy down is absolutely phenomenal. I believe we are the only custom builder in Ohio and Columbus offering anything to this scale. But what we've done, we've partnered with one of our preferred lenders, and it's right around 1% off your interest rate. So it makes a huge impact in terms of lowering your monthly payments, but also allowing you to afford more if you want to.
Correct.
So I always like to give the example, putting dollars to cents. If just an easy example for me is like $1 million. If you're looking at spending $1 million, it's going to give you the same monthly payment of a home that's $900,000 that doesn't have that buy down. So it's really going to open up your options if you are exploring resale. You can spend more in new construction. You can get more of the bells and whistles that you're wanting. You can get the bigger lot that you may want, or you can build in terms of more square feet too. So it's something that we've been really excited to offer. It's helped to get people off the fence, and it's something that we're offering company-wide. It's not just restricted to inventory homes or certain communities. It's also for clients that are building from scratch too.
Yeah, it's such a great product that you're able to offer. So, well, thank you so much for taking time to chat with us. We have a model home to go check out, one that you probably designed. So I'm going to take my viewers there next. But before we leave, is there a way for people to learn more about 3Pillar? What's the best way to find out more?
Absolutely. Well, best way is social media. So Instagram, Facebook, we're always posting fun stuff. You can check out our design work. You can check out homes under construction. We do have a website, the number 3pillar.com. You will find my contact information on there as well. But generally, those are the best first kind of starting points, just to kind of explore what communities we build in, what floor plans we offer, and kind of get insight into the price ranges of the different communities as well.
And of course, you can always reach out to myself too. I have all of their information down in the bottom in the description, and I'm happy to forward on any more information that I can. I have worked in this area, worked with Grace here at 3Pillar, and am very familiar with the Evans Farm neighborhood, so I would love to be an additional resource to you as well. But
absolutely. At this point, I feel like you're an Evans Farm expert. So.
I mean,
you don't need me for this video, Nathan.
No, it's right. I need you. We always need Grace in our life. So thank you again. We super appreciate it, and let's go check out this model.
Next time.
We just stepped into the Elizabeth, which is an inventory home that 3Pillar has available for you to move in right now. This is a ranch style home, but it has a lot of really cool features. You have a den right off the front door. You also have a covered patio space that is screened in, and there is the ability to add more space and bedrooms down in the basement that's unfinished. We'll show you all of that while you take a tour of this great space. Thanks for taking time to explore Evans Farm with me. If you have any other questions about this community, or you just have questions about building a new construction home, comment new con below. I will send you my new construction guide. It will give you a step-by-step of pros and cons of building. And then I also will be able to send you over neighborhood guides as well. Given what area you want to move to in Columbus, it has great resources on where to pinpoint exactly where you should move next. This is C-Bus Nathan. Make sure that you like and subscribe. I'll see you next week.